And just like that, we are back on the NHRA stage at PRI 2024, and I'm joined by one of the newest NHRA Top Fuel talents, Zetterström. How's your day so far?
It's been really good. I've been able to catch up with some of our partners and obviously try and navigate around this busy floor. It's been good.
Well, yeah, a couple of people just walked by and waved at you, so it seems like you have...
We like that, yeah.
Yeah, you have a lot of friends here.
Nice people at home, yeah.
That's so great. That's what's really fun about PRI, too. You see so many people from different areas of motorsports. So
absolutely, and I have my friends here from Sweden and Netherlands too, like standing around, and I only see them a few times a year now that I'm over here in US. So stuff like that makes me really happy. It really shows that PRI is such a hub for basically the whole industry, not just in America, but in the whole world. So.
Exactly, and Indianapolis, of course, is a hub for racing, and you're new to this area too. How are you liking your Hoosier life so far?
No, I really like it. I feel like we ended up in a really great area. We have everything we need around. It's very close to the shop. We're obviously there every day where we're not on the road. Yeah. So that's been good for me. I mean, growing up the way I've done and always been in the race shop and always had, our own race teams and worked on our own stuff, to then going to racing Top Fuel in Europe, and the car was actually in another country than what I lived. I couldn't be in the workshop. The car was located in England, and I was on a small island between Sweden and Finland. I lost that part, being able to be in the shop all the time and working with the team. So being able to go back to that now when I moved to US and actually be able to be there every day and be part of it, that's been something that's actually felt really good and really at home for me.
It's so much more convenient as well.
Absolutely.
So what is it like when you go to the shop? What kinds of things are you working on or trying out, or what do you do when you go there?
It's all different things. I mean, a lot of the times it's me working with sponsor stuff or, sitting on my computer doing everything from social media, pitches, decks, sponsors, being on calls, being on meetings. There's a lot of that goes on, but also being able to obviously do stuff that we need in the shop. Sometimes it could be, if we need to change something on the car, like being there, being able to sit in the seat and feel how it feels, making those changes. And obviously before we actually went to Brainerd for our first race, it was all hands on deck with a lot of things. So then it could be anything from, measuring sleeves to doing whatever needed to be done. So yeah.
Yeah, there was that period where you were here, but you knew your debut was in Brainerd. What was that like? And as you got closer to that date, how did you feel? Were you excited? Were you nervous? Was it a mix?
It was definitely a mix. And I would say that coming in the beginning of the year, I was anxious. You really just wanted to be in the car. You wanted to be on track. I was at every race, obviously. I didn't miss a single NHRA event this year. I was there working on Tony's car. I did his fueled his car, helped out if it was needed with parachutes or whatever it might be. But just being at every event, I did everything that I normally do as a driver, except for driving the race car. Yes. So in the beginning, that was a little hard. But seeing what went on in the shop and with the team building everything for us, seeing the car come together, seeing, hiring people, just starting to work on everything from equipping the trailers with tools and parts, and just, really seeing this whole team become one. Yeah. That made that stress that I might have had in the beginning ease off, because I saw what we were building. It would have been a completely different thing if the race car were done and ready and everything was just sitting there and we were waiting for a specific date, but that was not the case. We were building something. You could see the end goal and you saw that this time was needed to put all the pieces together on the puzzle, and obviously we did some testing in between there too, and everything from wrapping a car, designing shirts, doing trailers, all that is pieces to that puzzle. Yeah. And it was very cool to be able to be part of that from the start, and this make it feel even bigger, when you actually come out with everything, because you feel like you were not just the last piece of the puzzle where someone flew in and put in the car, you were part of building the whole thing. So.
You saw the whole thing come to life.
Yeah.
Which I remember sitting on the stage with you in Brainerd, and you could look down the row and see your trailer with your face on it. I mean, how was it for you to see your NHRA dream come true?
Yeah, when you're in it and you work on it, you kind of forget to take a step back and look at what you're actually building, and how long, because this is not just building it from, February when I came over here. This has been for me building it since I was a little kid and having this dream, my whole life. So when those trailers rolled out, the funny thing was that, as in a lot of these things, everything happens quite late. There's always something that's been rushing to be done very late. Yeah. So they wrapped our trailer. the night we were leaving. So they wrapped it. When we left the shop at, I think it was 8 p.m., they had started. And when we came back into the shop at 5 a.m., they were done. So that was the first time I saw the trailers, which, my face on the back and like fully wrapped, and they drove out with it. And that was a very cool feeling. That was something special,
Oh, that had to be surreal, because then you're realizing that all that work you're talking about, it's happening.
Yeah, it literally said Ida Zetterström, NHRA top fuel driver on the side, and he drove away. And I was like, oh, okay, this is it. Like, let's catch it and go there. Yeah.
Yeah, like, okay, here we go. And you had a great debut. Walk me through Brainerd.
Brainerd was fantastic. Brainerd was obviously really stressful, because we had a team that, as many other teams, had worked together for a full season already, and had that team bonding for many events. We only had a few key guys that worked full-time in the shop, and the rest were flying guys. Yeah. All those flying guys are fantastic guys that have been part of big teams, championship-winning teams, and they're all great, but we had barely met. So it was, people flew in from different places, and that always makes things not stressful, but everybody's trying to find their place, when we got there. And it made me so happy to see how well everybody worked together. Everybody knew what had to be done. Everybody took really good care of me, made me feel very comfortable in doing everything. But from that to the media and to everything that had to be done, it was kind of chaotic, where I didn't have a chance to kind of sit down and think a lot about it. It started raining before we were going to do first round of qualifying.
Yes.
And as soon as the rain stopped, we had to push the car out and go scale. And when I came back from the scale, they said, you need to go to the lineup. So, that was, I didn't have time to sit down and think about it and be like, oh, well, let's mentally prepare for the first round. I remember sitting in the race car for the first qualifying round, and my crew chief, John, showed me, we're spinning the engine over. And my mind went, okay, I guess we're going then. I mean, I hadn't had any time to think about it.
Yeah.
But from that, I felt so comfortable. Like, as soon as we started up the car, it just felt good. We made our first pass. It was a solid A to B pass. Actually, the second full pass I had done in that car. And from that, I just had that good feeling continuing through the rest of the weekend. And it's our first round win was obviously big for me. A whole shot win is always big for a driver, but also for us as a team to be able to go rounds and seeing all these hard work, come to fruition, basically.
Exactly, and we got to see your talent on the track, which fans voted on, and you are the recipient of the Best New Talent Award for the National Dragster All-Star Team.
Thank you so much.
Surprise.
Thank you. What an honor.
Knowing that's fan voted, what significance does that have?
The fan voted, that's definitely, it always means extra.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm new over here, and it's like they haven't seen me for many years before. So you would think that they don't know me. All of them don't know my story. So to be able to see that they do now, and I think that I have a spot out here, that really warms my heart. And this will definitely be something I will, cherish and put in a really cool place.
Yes, absolutely. It's
Thank
so well deserved.
So much. Well, thank you.
We're so glad you brought your talents over to us at NHRA.
Thank you. I really do appreciate that.
Yes,
Aww.
I know. Are you surprised?
That was a really good surprise.
Okay, we got you. That was our goal.
Fantastic.
So what are you looking forward to going into next year?
So my dream and goal is obviously a full season for next year. I mean, JCM's and mine and all of this team that we have been putting together, our end goal is to win my first championship in NHRA. That is still what we're working towards. And to be able to do that, we need to run a full season, and we're still in the works with that. We're going to be out there. We're going to be out there and fight, but we're definitely looking for more funding to be able to run that full season. But that is my biggest goal, to be able to continue to chase this dream,
We love it. We love seeing you chase your dream and achieve it.
Thank you.
And we're so glad you're here.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
She is our best new talent on the National Dragster All-Star Team. This is Top Fuel driver Ida Zetterström, and we'll be back in just a few minutes.
Thank you.